The White House has announced that President Biden is going to be pushing in the 2023 budget for an excessive wealth tax here in the United States, basically forcing those at like the very, very top end of the income spectrum, which is only about, by the way, 700 people here in the United States, everybody making over $100 million per year. They would have to pay a tax rate no less than 20%, meaning you couldn't use all your tricks and all these little things to pay an 8% tax rate, which, yes, for the record, that is what those 700 individuals pay on average right now. When you take all their tax rates together, average amount, it's 8%, meaning half of them do pay more than that, but also half of them pay less than that. So yes, that is the effective tax rate for the top 700 wealthiest families here in the United States. Biden says, nah, screw it. You guys are never going to pay less than 20%. And we're going to do what we can to make sure that no matter what you do, you pay 20%, which of course is actually still lower than some people who only make $100,000 a year. But okay, sure, at least 20% is good. And of course, we know that Republicans and probably even Manchin and Sinema are going to hate this idea. And they're probably not going to go for it, which means this is probably not going to become a reality. But the fact that he did it, that's what matters here. We have heard talk about this wealth tax since the 2020 election, right? Elizabeth Warren was pushing for it. Bernie Sanders was pushing for it. Joe Biden at the time was a little meh. We had Democrats last year pushing it. And now Joe Biden, into the second year of his presidency, says, you know what? I am going to push it. We're going to put this in the budget. And it is going to bring in, what's the number here, if I can find it? How much money did they say it would bring in? Oh, shoot. Well, I can't seem to find it. I'm sorry. The budget proposal in total would be limit $1 trillion from the deficit over the next 10 years. And then this would raise roughly $360 billion in new revenue over the next 10 years. So this tax on the wealthy basically accounts for a little more than 1/3 of the $1 trillion that we're going to cut off the deficit in the next 10 years. So that's a big deal. That's a huge price tag. And of course, if you add that into Bernie Sanders' proposal, which he is proposing a 95% tax rate on these billion-dollar corporations that are screwing us, an excessive wealth tax on them of 95% top marginal tax rate, then hell yeah. Like, we could absolutely reduce the deficit by massive numbers, which again is what Manchin and Sinema and all the Republicans tell us we need to do. So let's just do it, guys. We got the numbers. We have the ability here. If y'all really care about reducing the deficit, here's your legislation. Why don't you just do it? And of course, we know why they won't just do it, because these are their donors, right? Who's going to screw them over? Instead, we'd rather just keep screwing the workers over. Make them come up with a shortfall. But this is a winning message. For the record, last time this was polled, it was approved by the majority of Democrats, majority of independents, and even a majority of Republicans. Support a tax, support a wealth tax here in the United States. So it's a popular proposal, bipartisan support for it outside of Washington, D.C. And of course, Democrats need to run on this issue and juxtapose it with Rick Scott's plan over here to raise taxes on the lowest income Americans. You really want to highlight the difference between the two parties? That is your winning message for November, Democrats. You're welcome. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for fresh content every single day of the week. Just smash that subscribe button, and of course, don't forget to like, comment, and share the video.